I'm officially done with Mike Tomlin. Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to a different kind of video here on the channel. I am Jeffrey Kirby. I'm gonna go on a rant. I need to go on a rant. So it is currently 11:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. We just lost to the New England Patriots, and that means in the span of 4 days, the Steelers have lost to two and 10 football teams. One of them you can argue if they had their quarterback the whole year in Kyler Murray in Arizona, their record could be a little bit better. You can make that argument, but probably not much. Maybe game or two more. You could probably say they could be 4-8 or something, maybe 3-9. But going into that game, but it's just I'm done with Mike Tomlin. And let me know down below for any Steeler fans or from anybody who is an outsider. Let me know down below what are your thoughts on Mike Tomlin. I've been on this train for a while. I've been on the train of backing Mike Tomlin up and being a part of that group and defending him, saying, I find it stupid that 31 fan bases, 31 organizations praise Mike Tomlin. The national media praises Mike Tomlin, except Steeler fans and want to run him out of town. I used to always clown that. I think today I've come to my senses. There's no way. There is absolutely zero way that you, Mike Tomlin, can allow your team to lose to two and 10 football teams in the span of 4 days. You simply cannot have that happen. First and foremost, I understand you didn't have your starting quarterback, which, by the way, Kenny's ass. I will go out on a limb and say that if it ain't like in the fourth quarter on one particular drive where he'll actually somehow find a way to score a touchdown for you, he's ass. Let's be honest. He had one good game against Cincinnati, and it was a mediocre. It was an average game. It was a pretty good game. I'll give him that, but still not good. Not good at all. So you have that going for you. The offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, garbage, needed to go. Goodbye, happened. And yeah, things have really not changed. And I believe when it came to Mike Tomlin, when it came to that, and this is one of the other issues, Mike Tomlin has not allowed. Actually, how do I don't think if it was up to Mike Tomlin, Matt Canada would still be the offensive coordinator to this day. I do not buy that it was him saying that Matt Canada needed to go. I don't buy that. I believe it was ownership that said that told him, hey, you have to let him go. Tell him he needs to go. I truly believe that. And when it comes to Mike Tomlin, you're a defensive-minded coach, which are first and foremost in today's NFL, you're already on a downside because you look at a lot of the great the great head coaches in the NFL. Most of them are all offensive-minded. You'll have the few that are not, but for the most part, a lot of them are young offensive minds. And your defense, you go back 4 or 5 years ago, all right, your 2018, 2019, 2020, you had a good defense. 2021, defense was really not that good, but you just had TJ Watt just go on a historic run. 2022, you lose TJ for part of the year, and that defense just looked absolutely awful. Last few years, you haven't been able to stop a nosebleed in the run game, and in the secondary, outside of Minka Fitzpatrick, Joey Porter Jr. has been nice. He's been a nice little bright spot, but the secondary has not been good. And you put that on Mike Tomlin, he's a defensive-minded guy. You have to, if you're a Steeler fan, you have to say, hey, why is the defense continuously slacking? What is going on? And getting into more of Mike Tomlin, here are some of the things that really, really piss me off about him. Number one is it seems like there's a collapse in December. It's simply, let's see here. So I have this pulled up here from a text from when I went on a rant not too long ago. Since 2018, you went 2-3 and missed the playoffs. 2-3 in 2019 and missed the playoffs. People gave him a whole lot of credit for that year. 2020 went 2-3 down the stretch, and we all know what happened after. You get obliterated by a Browns team who didn't even have their head coach, who was sitting in a basement with COVID. 2021, 2-2 in the month of December, and you got absolutely shellacked by Kansas City. And then 2022, you started off real slow at 2-6. You ended off hot at 7-2, missed the playoffs. And that's one of the things that have really irritated me is the collapse in December. Now, some of y'all might say that's not a collapse in December. Well, when you look at where they were at going into December versus where they end, yes, it was. Remember, specifically back in 2018, you lost to like a 1 or 2 win Oakland Raiders team. You lost to them in Oakland. There was, I'd have to go back and think, but there have been multiple losses where it's like, how in the hell are you losing that? Just look at the 2 that you just had today. It's unreal, man. It is unreal. I mean, choking in December, losing games you shouldn't to. You shouldn't lose to. Let's be honest. Also, another thing, he's a bitch when it comes to what happened. He used to be quote unquote overly aggressive when it came to going for it on 4th down or going for 2, and now I was very surprised in that Patriots game that he actually went for it on a 4th and 1. I was so shocked at that. I thought he would have punted it because on numerous occasions we've seen him punt in that situation. I'm an Ohio State fan, and we all know that Ryan Day has been coaching like a pussy too. And I'm pretty sure Mike Tomlin might be worse at coaching like a bitch than Ryan Day. And I feel like that says something. He is awful when it comes to challenges and turnovers, or in timeouts, not turnovers. When it comes to timeouts, his time management, it seems like it's a little lackluster. And the challenges, it's like a lot of these times, it's like, what the hell do you see that you decide to go ahead and throw a challenge flag, lose a timeout. And when it comes to timeouts, nothing pisses me off more than a team that uses timeouts for stupid things in the second half, because there's nothing more that I like than going into, let's say, 2:30 left in the game and having all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. There is no good. That is a really good feeling. And it seems like a lot of times the Steelers have to use a timeout or 2 in the second half for some stupid ass stuff. And it seems like at times they are very unprepared. They don't care. They come in and you could tell I'm very, very pissed off right now. He doesn't have his team prepared for games that, again, they should win. Second straight game in a row that feels like they just kind of didn't care. When I'm talking about the team led by a Mike Tomlin team, it's annoying, man. And then there's a lack of discipline. Players can go out and do whatever the hell they want. I know players like it. Players always rave about how he's the player's coach and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. That's great and all. You have a great relationship with your players, but you're also a coach. You're not their friend. I'm at the point now where I'm like, fuck it. Let's just lose out. Let's go and get set. Let's go 7-10. Let's get a decently high draft pick and let's go. He has 1 more year left on his contract. I would fully expect for him to be back next year, and then maybe they don't renew his contract a year after. But this has turned into, I don't know if I mentioned this already, this has turned into Andy Reid in Philadelphia. He's a good coach, but his time here is just, it's going away, and I think things need to end. I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. If you guys do, smash that like button, hit the red subscribe button, drop a comment, and let me know what are your thoughts on Mike Tomlin, whether you are a Steeler fan or if you're an outsider. Please let me know. But until then, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe and happy holidays. Peace out.
Silky beat.